Good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Dyer, and tonight I will be speaking about faith-based practices in the field of social work. So what is faith-based practices in social work, right? Faith-based practices in social work are ways to integrate religious or spiritual beliefs into the social work practice. This can be done in numbers of ways, such as using religious texts or symbols in therapy sessions, incorporating prayer or meditation into practice, or even working at faith-based organizations. What are the benefits? Well, there are different benefits to working with faith-based practices, such as helping clients to find meaning and purpose in their lives, providing clients with a sense of community and support, helping the client to develop coping mechanisms for stress and adversity, and promoting healing and well-being. Those are the benefits, but there are sometimes challenges that do arise with faith-based practices, such as the potential for conflict between religious beliefs and professional values. I was taught growing up that you have to understand the separation between church and state. And as I go older, I understand the true meaning of it. I could say personally for myself, I do have a therapist, and there are times that I do receive the faith-based part of when we do have our discussions. I could say that. And that's because it's based on where I grew up in my beliefs and my belief systems. But there are sometimes potential for conflicts between religious beliefs and professional values. But as the social worker, just knowing your boundaries and knowing how far you can take certain conversations and limit yourself based on the comfortability of the client is very important as well. The need to be respectful of the client's diverse religious beliefs. That can be challenging sometimes too, because what I believe you may not believe, but we have to be empathetic to understanding where the client is coming from. As well, there can be difficulty in measuring the effectiveness of faith-based practices, because we have limited resources on that topic. Sometimes it can be difficult to see how the client is really improving, or how can we help them more to improve in certain areas. So for us that are about to graduate, there are some I would say little tips that I put out there when working with clients in this sector of faith-based practice. You would have to be aware of your own religious beliefs and how you may influence your own practice. You have to be respectful of your client's religious beliefs. You have to be clear about the boundaries between your personal beliefs and your professional role. And I will also suggest seeking training, and also just acknowledging wherever you're going for your internship, or if you have a mentor, to learn more about that faith-based practice, so at least you understand the type of zone that you're about to get into if you are deciding to work in that type of field, if that makes sense. But yeah, so this is my video on faith-based practice, and I feel like it's an important tool to use, and it can help clients find meaning and purpose into their lives, and to develop coping mechanisms. So yeah, that's my video. Thank you guys.